Hey there, it's Kelly, the Lady Shooter. Welcome. Today I'm going to roll out a strategy that I call the Darwin, and it's named after a craps dealer named Darwin who was on the Royal Caribbean ship Mariner of the Seas. He was there when we went last October and again in December. We saw him both times. Super nice guy, super helpful, super knowledgeable guy. And he normally I would bet 44 inside, and he would encourage me to go all the way up, and his suggestion was to get up to $60, $50 or $60 on the inside numbers as quickly as possible, and then collect after that. And the thinking is, basically you start off with approximately $50 per shooter, and you're not in it to try and get your money out of the hand quickly, that you are trying to go for the big roll. You're trying to get in there and get it pressed up quickly so that you can collect once you're picking up $70 at a time. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to start with a $500 bankroll, which is approximately 10 shooters. I'm going to do 44 inside, and when a 5 or 9 rolls, I'm going to drop $1 and take it from 10 to 25, and then the second hit, take it from 25 to 50 for the 5 and 9. At that point, I'll pick up $10. And with the 6 and 8, I'm going to start with $12. It'll hit, when it hits, it'll pay 14, so then I'll have 26, so then I'll drop $4, take it to 30. The second hit will take it to 60, and then everything after that will collect. And so we will see how it goes. Maybe I'll try and do 10 shooters. We'll see how long that takes to see how long I roll. For speed, I might not actually throw the dice to the end of the table. I may just, do up like a private roll just to move it faster, because I'm by myself today. All right, let's see how it goes. I haven't done it yet, so I don't really know. We'll find out together. Okay, I think I got everything set up now. So this is my rack. I have $500 exactly here. That's my starting bankroll. This is the dealer's rack. And again, so I'm gonna do 44 inside, first hit all the way up, second hit all the way up. And we will see what happens. We'll try for 10 shooters. I think I'll use, I have these purples here. I'll mark my number of shooters with those so I can keep up with it. I said, I'm not gonna throw the dice to the end of the table. It'll be faster if I just dump them here. So I'll just do private rolls, right? Okay, here we go. All right. And I'll pretend like somebody else is shooting. I won't deal with a pass line. If I was shooting, I would just do a $10 pass line and stay the same on it anyway. All right, let's start. All right, points 5. So we'll do 10, 20, 30, 40, I'll go in the middle. 44. All right. And it's hard 12 versus an easy 12. No help. 3, no help. 9. Okay, so 9 pays 14. I'm gonna drop 11 to the dealer, which will pay me 25, replace my 10 with the 25. Make sense? And a 6. All right, same thing. So I'm gonna drop $4. That'll pay, I'm gonna pay $4. 4 plus my 12 plus the 14 I win equals 30. So that's going to trade those out. Now that one's 30. I'm gonna make a mess over here, I feel like, because that's kind of how I go. Okay, now we need a 6 or a 9 again, and a 5. We're just all over the place. Okay, we made the point. Same thing, I'm gonna drop $1. That'll change that to 25. See, I'm not trying to get my money out of the roll. I'm trying to get these to $50 and $60 and then collect. So we're playing for the long roll, not to get out of each individual roll. 2, this is the come out. 10, okay. And I'm only gonna play the inside numbers. I suppose you could play the outside as well if you wanted to. I usually don't. We'll just go with the inside for now. All right, 9, there we go. So 25 pays 35. We're gonna put that, take that one to 50, and we can rack the 10. So that's the first thing we picked up from this shooter, from our 44 to start. And 7 out. Wah wah. Okay, well, we didn't get it that time, did we? All right, take it all down. We're gonna mark that as 1 shooter done. We'll put it over here, 1 down. These are my $500 chips to track shooters. Okay, well, I picked up 10, but obviously I lost the money on that roll. All right, new shooter, points 4. 44 inside. All right, let's see what happens. And a 9, drop $1, that becomes 25. And another 9, fabulous. Pays 35, we get to rack 10 and make it 50. How about another 9? And it's an 8, that's all right. All right, so this time we're gonna drop $4 to turn that one into 30. Again, so I had $12 on it. It won 14, which made 26, and I took $4 out of my rack to make it 30. So now that one's 30. 8 again, beautiful. That pays 35. We're gonna put 30 on it, rack the 5. Now we need some 8s and 9s because we can just collect now. And 7, of course. All right, there's 2. Ideally, with a $500 bankroll, I've got enough money for 10 shooters. All right, coming out, and it's a 5. Here we go again. Need some change, dealer. Blowing through those 1s pretty quick. Sometimes the dealers are stingy with their 1s. You gotta really ask for it. I handed one a $25 chip one time and said, just give me 25 1s. And she said, I can't do that. And I was like, why not? That's crazy. What's wrong with that? All right, 8. All right, so we'll drop $4 and that becomes 30. And 7 out. Okay. Not looking super promising so far, is it, Darwin? And 3. All right. Here goes 4 shooter, 6. $44 across. Get some more 1s. All right, here we go. And it's a 6, made the point. All right, so I'm gonna give $4 and turn this into 30. Now we gotta come out again. 4, 5, all right. Drop a dollar, make it green. Yo, no help. 6. Perfect. All right. Pays 35. We're going to put 30 on it, make it 60. We can rack the 5. Now we need another 6. And there's an 8. Okay. Drop on $4 to make it 30. And another 8. Wonderful. Pays 35. We'll rack the 5. Make it 60. And a 6. Finally. This is the first time we've really collected. All right. So I have $60 on it. I'm going to pay myself 70 and leave it be and just collect now. How about some more 6s and 8s? Oh, of course. Of course, that's what we get. Well, we got 1 at least. If you pick up at least 1, then you've made your money back from the 44 original and you're in the profit. If you can just get that first one. But if you get a long roll where somebody rolls and rolls and rolls for 30 minutes or more, you're just gonna pick up for days. Which of course is what we all want to do. All right. I'm gonna have to get some change here because I'm blowing through my bankroll pretty quick. There's 75. And give me some more whites or blues. Depends on the casino, I guess, whether they're white or blue. All right, mark that one. All right. Well, our bankroll is dwindling, but here we go. Coming out. Oh, that was a 3. There's a 4. All right. And a 9. Oh, I didn't put my money up. Okay. Forgot to bet. Whoops. There we go. 44. Rolled a 9. Drop a dollar. Make it green. Okay, now we're back on track. And a 7. It's like that some days, though. Maybe I ought to bet the dark side. Made a couple of points, just not getting to where I need to be. And off. All right, we're 5 shooters in. All right, coming out. It's 5. Points 5. 44 inside. There we go. And it's a 10. You see, I haven't had that many 4s and 10s so far. It's a 10, so no help. And an 8. All right. Well, I'm almost out of 1s again, so I'm going to drop 5, pick up 1 change, and we're going to turn that 8 into 30. Okay. 5, made the point. Drop a dollar, make it green. Putt goes off. All right, see, well, there was a point, so even being on the dark side wouldn't have been any good. Hard 6, it's a new point. And a 7. Okay, there's 6. Shooters down. All right, next one. Hard 6 again. Should have bet the hard ways, I guess. Don't have enough. Gotta make change. Do 20 in red and 5 1s. All right, now we're ready to go. Let's rock. There's an 8. I'm gonna drop 5, pick up 1 change, so that's $4 from my rack. Turns this into 30. And an 11. Yo. And a 9. Drop $1. Make it green. And a 6. All right, same thing. Drop 5, get 1 change. Say make it 30. Puck goes off. And a 6 again. Back on the 6. And an 8. All right, so we have 30 already on the 8. So that's going to pay 35. We'll rack the 5. Make it 60. Now we're finally getting somewhere. Now every hit after this we collect. 5. Okay. Drop $1. Make it green. 8. Perfect. Okay. Now we got $60 on the 8. We're going to pick up 70 and rack it. Now we're out of the hand for sure. So now we've made all of our money back and we are in a good position. And another 8, even better. All right, $70 back in our rack. And a 10. And a 5. All right, so with 5 we have 25 on, so that pays 35. So we'll make it 50, rack the 10. And a 9 has 25 on it, pays 35. Make it 50, pick up the 10. And another 9, fabulous, pays 70. We're gonna rack it. Hard 4, hard 8. Perfect. I'm gonna drop a nickel and let them pay me 75 that time. Now we're going. Now we're making money. 3, 9, fabulous. We have 50 on the 9, so that pays 75. I'll throw them $1 and let them pay me, or it pays 70. I'll throw them a 5 and let them pay me 75. A yo. Another 9. Same thing. I'll drop 5. Let them pay me 75. An 8. Again. Drop 5. Get 75. A 9. We're on a roll, fellas. I'm going to keep that separate in my rack so I know what I picked up from this roll. And a 10. And a hard 4. And 7 out. All right, well, that was all right. It's hard to complain about that. I guess I could go back at the end and count the number of rolls. But that worked out just fine. Let's see how we did. So we had our initial 44, and then we dropped 4, 4, 1, 1, so an additional $10. So $54 total that we went out of pocket, out of our rack. 1, 2, 3, 400, 450, 475, $510 we made on that shooter. Crazy. That's incredible. All right. There's that shooter. That is amazing. Okay, if we could have shooters like that, we'd make all kinds of money. We could quit our jobs and just be craps players. All right, here we go. back to the grind. I guess let me get some change here real quick. All right, there we go. Next shooter, coming out. Points of 9. All right, woof. You know, so that last one, what was that? That was the 7th shooter. We lost money 6 times, and then on the 7th one, we made back everything we lost and then some by quite a bit. So maybe old Darwin knew what he was about. 4, no help. 9, okay. Drop a dollar, make it green. That was the point. Pucks off, coming out. 8. All right, and 3, and a 4, no help, and a yo, goodness, everything but, and a 7. Well, okay, that didn't work out, did it? That was number 8, our 8th shooter. My dealer rack's kind of messy over here. All right, here we go. Next one, coming out. 7, and a yo, be a good one to be on the pass line, and a 6. All right, come on, Darwin, help me out. All right, 44 inside, and a hard 8. All right, well, drop 5, pick up a dollar change, and make that 8 into 30. And a 5, drop a dollar, make it green. And a 9, drop a dollar, dropping my dollars all over the place here. And make the 9 green. And an 8, great, 8 is great. All right, so we have $30 on there. Pays 35, we'll rack 5 and make it 60. Yo, come on, 8. And 7 now. Bummer. All right, that was 9 shooters. Okay, we can do one more, we'll make it 10, see where we come out. All right, here goes number 10. Points of 5. We'll do need some change, dealer. 25. All right. A 5. That's the point. Drop a dollar. Make it green. Butt goes off. A 9. Oh, trying to pay myself. That was a come out. Got excited. Hey, there's a 9. All right, same thing. Drop a dollar. Make it green. Putt goes off. New come out. 7 on the come out. Front line winner. 6. How about a 5 and a 9? There's a 9. They heard me. Dice heard me. All right, that pays 35. We'll make it 50. Pick up the 10 and hope for more 5s and 9s. And 7 out. Okay, well, that's it. That's my 10 shooters. Alrighty, let's add it up, see how we did. color up. Pretty simple. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. There's my original bankroll, my 500. I got $216 profit. How about that? Not too shabby. Okay, well that was the Darwin. What do you think? I mean, I kind of like it. It's kind of ballsy because, you know, you're not in it to get your money back each roll, which is kind of counterintuitive, but you're really in it to make a lot of money on those long rolls, and just, you know, you're sort of sacrificing your $44 to $54 per shooter in hopes of those long rolls. But as long as you get one of them to hit to collect the 70, then you've made all your money and then some for that shooter. So, but when you get on those longer rolls where they just throw the same number back to back to back, you're doing great, but you really are dependent on repeaters. So, all right, of course you could always add in the 4 and the 10 if you wanted. You could, you know, bet hard ways, you could hop, you could do lots of other things if you wanted to sort of complicate your game. I was just trying to be very simple with my betting for this video purposes. Okay, thanks for coming along. Let me know if you like it, if you've tried a similar strategy. I'm sure it's not that original. Lots of people have done it. I said it was just this guy Darwin on Mariner of the Seas was a very funny, helpful, smart dealer, and it really makes you appreciate the good dealers when you come across one. So, all right, thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.